Good morning, everybody. Okay, let's finish setting up here. Take this a bit higher up, I think. Move the light. Gonna make sure everything's working okay. Let's have a look. Okay, move that forward a little bit. No, back. It's me. Just trying to finish setting up. Hello, Wendy. Just trying to get things set up nicely. Move it back a little bit more. There we go. Good morning, Andreen. How is everyone today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good morning, Julie. Okay, I'm going to sit down. I know I say this every time, but I don't know why it takes so long for Facebook to catch up. I think we're looking all right now. Move that up a little bit so you can see what we're making today. Let's just share this to the group. Let's see if I pick it up. Tuesday. Now, there we go. No problem, Andreen, don't worry. Okay, that's that shared. Jolly good. So I know I'd already shown you what we're making today. A little caddy for storing all your crafty bits and pieces. Brilliant for pens, pencils, scissors, rulers and whatnot, whatever you have, paintbrushes, etc. Good morning, Donna. It's just a nice way, thank you, Wendy, to use your old tin cans. So as you can see, let's bring it this way. 14 cans, painted, a little handle made and a base and some pretty round the outside. So I'm going to make it slightly different today. Going to make a blue and white one for Mum's craft room downstairs. So let's just go through the housekeeping bit. So this is Technique Tuesday number 45. Thank you. Let's put it that way up again. Don't want to see the insides of the tins, do we? Good morning, Elizabeth. Okay, so today I'm going to be using the Blooming Bouquet stamp set, but for this one I used Julie's Blossoms and Blooms, which is an absolute favourite. I could use this on everything really. I'm also using the rectangle dinky dies, which is how we get the handle in there. So obviously you're going to need 14 cans. So if you buy your baked beans in packs of 4, sorted. You'll need some white gesso or bonding primer. I used both to try them out because Brian suggested the bonding, so I used just the ordinary Pebeo white gesso. Is that there? Everyone can see. Come on. on Facebook. Catch up for me.
Yeah, Facebook is playing up right today.
Da, da, da. There we go. In a bit. Okay. And then I tried the bonding primer from Pentart. So you could use either. I didn't really notice any difference between either, except that obviously the white gesso was probably a little bit better when using white paint, because you get that depth of the colour. Then the bonding primer is more opaque, if you like. And then acrylic paints, whatever colours you like. I use these colours on this one because I wanted it to match in with our craft room. I applied everything with a medium flat brush. Just can grab hold of it. So that's size. So that's a 3/4 inch. That worked perfectly because it got into all the little grooves and everything. Put that back in. I've got some heavyweight card again. This is 400 DSM, 2 pieces, nice and thick. Or if you've got any packaging, cereal, pizza, whatever like that, that will work just as well, as long as you've got something clear to stamp onto. Usual bits and bobs, die cutting machine, ink pads, stamp platform and acrylic block. I used A3 paper, the usual cartridge paper that I like to use, because you've got enough then to get round. If you haven't got A3, A4, you just might have to match it up a bit more. I've used funky foam on the bottom to protect the surface. So that's 15 by 15 centimetres piece of funky foam just stuck on the bottom. We're going to be using some double-sided tape, some glue and some hot glue today to get our tins stuck on. Yeah, and I'm not going to colour anything in today. Good morning, Jax. It is lovely today, isn't it? Really nice morning today. Yeah, not going to do any colouring in today. I'm going to use a coloured ink pad and keep it simple. But these are all coloured with alcohol markers. Okay, so let's pop that one out the way. Twang. So, as I said, my 4 tins. Then all we did was I applied 2 coats of primer, letting it dry between each one, and then 2 coats of paint. Obviously I don't have to say, do I? Clean and dry them first. Ah, that's a good idea, Wendy. I'm pretty sure you can buy like turntable-y things from that big river place. I'm pretty sure you can, yeah.
Amazon.
Good morning, Vanessa. So yeah, so these are all ready, because you really don't want to see me painting tin cans and waiting for them to dry. I'll move these to one side. Oh, sorry about the twanging. Not good. These pieces in. Doesn't matter how much space I make, I always seem to need a little bit more. Okay, so oh, brilliant. I wish our cheapy shops would do things like that. Okay, so as I said, I've used the heavyweight card. All I did was take a rough measurement of 2 tins together, and then I made it slightly smaller so you don't get too much coming from the outside, if that makes sense. If you can see this, there we go. So in the end, mine measured 13 centimeters across. I then took a measurement of the height and more or less doubled that. So this measures 22 centimeters in length. So we've got 22 and 13. Cut some corners at the top. So all I did, if I'm going to put it this way around, show you better, I measured 2 centimeters in each side, put a little mark, and then I went down 2.5 both sides, drew a diagonal and snipped them off, and that gives us our top. You don't have to, you could keep it straight if you wanted to. Okay, so to get the handle, I used our lovely dinky dies, and it is this one from the set. That's the plain one from there. I lined it up as much in the middle as I could, taped it in place top and bottom. I put both pieces together, and if you want to, depending on what machine you've got, because sometimes they move more than you'd like to, I put some tape around there as well. I put both pieces through at the same time. Now, because this is quite thick card, I did have to run it through again on the one underneath, but it had made the impression on this side, so it was really easy just to bring it back in again. And it's just because obviously you want them to line up perfectly, but that was no problem at all. So that creates a nice little handle. Pop this one away. And then, good morning Yvonne. We just need these little flaps at the bottom to sit the actual tins on. It doesn't have to be a big flap. This is just a 2 centimeter crease and fold at the bottom. So we do that on both, and then when they're ready, we can glue these together like so, which we will see when we get to it. So that will give us part of our base. Hopefully that's quite simple and straightforward. Okay, so we want to decorate these up a little bit first. Let's bring in the stamp platform for this. I'm being brave today, and I'm going to be doing some off-road stamping, if you like. Okay, let's bring this in. I'm going to line everything up first. Move this into the middle, so we've got a gap either side. We don't want it butted up to the edge too much, because I'm going to put a nice pattern across the top part here. So let's get our lovely stamp. Otherwise known as the cat stamp. Okay, so this is the blooming bouquet, full of gorgeous flowers. There for a second. Okay, so let's move this over. I'm going to do them both the same on either side. How did I say I was going to do this one? Just going to fiddle around until I'm happy with what we've got. Can always add some more in as well if we want to. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with it that way. I'm just going to make a mental note that I've got it up against the 3 centimetre line here. As you can see, it's a well-loved stamp, and today, like I said, I'm going with blue and white. So I'm going to be using the VersaFine Claire Paradise. Very pretty blue. Okay, let's get stamping. Make sure we get this covered full of ink. There we go. Make sure we get enough on. Then that's the beauty of the stamp platform, isn't it? We can always come back in again. Okay. When we get these nicely pressed down. If you wanted to do this before you die cut the handle out, that would be fine. Just leave it to let the ink dry. Sorry, that light's getting in the way, isn't it? Move that over a little bit. Just going to give this chance to soak into the card. Being too firm, just making sure we've got pressure all over because we've got a lot of details to pick up. Let's see how we've got on. There we go. And then we can check to see. Didn't think about that, did I? Yeah, we might need a little bit in there, but let's stamp the other one first, then we can get them both in the same place. You of course can add some more colour to this if you wish, but I'm literally going to leave it the blue and white. Keep it nice and fresh looking, quite Mediterranean. Let's bring the other one in. So you had it up against 3 centimetres. It's such a pretty colour. I was torn between that and the really dark blue. I think that's medieval blue. Yeah. That's lovely as well. So we just want something nice and pretty showing at the top, because most of it is going to be covered up after all. And come in. Try not to pick the light up in it. Okay. I will pop a PDF on later in the group, Crafty Friends, or Julie Hickey Designs, with a little materials list and some instructions as well. All your measurements and things. I would imagine tins are probably a standard size wherever you are. If you wanted to, you could have your options where you've got them the different heights, like the half size tins, or if you wanted to do that, that would look quite cute. You would just need to change the size of your strips that you put round. Let's get this a little wipe off. I'm just going to put a little bit more on the other side. I don't know how, but I've completely lost a cloth. I just don't know how I've done it. It was there one day and just vanished when I came to use it the next day. Excuse me. So I don't know how I've done that. Okay, let's shuffle this over. See where we can put it. Just gonna wiggle this in. Just get a little bit more. Only needs to be a little bit. You know what? I'm going to go rogue now. I know. Off-road stamping. It's going to be easier. Wish me luck, everyone. Nice size acrylic block. Make sure it's nice and stocked. We'll come onto here. I'm just going to do something nice. Only needs to be a little bit. Drum roll, yes. Everyone, hold your breath. Hold your breath. Oh, we could just come in there, couldn't we?
We're so used to it.
We'll be fine. It's like, it's a hold your breath, stick your tongue out moment. Over. Some of this you're not going to see anyway. It's just getting that corner filled in with a bit of colour. Once we've got our cans in there, it's not going to make too much difference. There we go. Try and get it the same on this one. Always wonder if there's such a thing as a, I don't think there is a really, really, really big stamp platform.
No.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Tim Holtz has one.
Ta-da! Exactly, Vanessa.
That's no edge on it.
Gentle pressure there. A bit of a flex. There we go. Practically the same as well. Gosh. Okay, so whilst we've got this out, we need to do our strips of paper as well. So when I was doing mine, I cut the whole length of a piece of A3. So this is the recycled coffee cup cartridge paper. And then we've got it's 6 centimetres. And I cut 2. When I went round it, obviously you're not going to need that much to cover the whole thing. So I'm just going to have a cough. Picked up a cold from somewhere. So in the end, this was, I think it's 28 centimetres. I would imagine it'll be roughly the same for whatever you decide to use as well. So we're going to come in again. I'm going to start in the middle. I need all of that. Let's see. Bring this up. And this being cartridge paper, obviously it's not completely smooth. I'll just make sure we give this a chance to sink in and pick up. Get a bit of a flex there just to make sure we pick everything up. There we go. Just a little bit there, but never mind. Sure we get enough ink on. If you wanted, I expect there will be a way around doing it in your platform. Just moving the strip up through it. Decide which way we want this. Do we want it to go that way, or shall we bring it back in this way? Tilt that a little bit, line that up. That's it. When I did the first one, I had a lovely time colouring it all in. Took inspiration from the colours we've got in the craft room, so you could do that too. Or you could just leave it this monochrome effect. Or you could just go in, colour the centres. Do a little bit in the middles. There we go. And a little bit on this end. Give that a nice clean up in a moment. Thank you, Wendy. Well, Mum's favourite colour is blue, so. And a little area in the garden room that we did is white, so it should match in nicely for her. Okay, I'm going to bring this one in again. Line that up. There we go. Good morning, Diane. Oh, thank you. Don't always feel relaxed. Okay, so that's one strip. If you want to come in and fill the whole area, don't forget that some of it will be covered up, but let's do it anyway. Getting ink everywhere here, aren't I? That's all part of the fun, isn't it? Nice bit inky fun. Enough ink on those. Just add a little bit in there. There we go. One strip done. That's one side. And then we'll do the other. If you wanted to get them exactly the same, obviously do both strips at the same time and then trim it afterwards, which is what I did the first time, but my trimmer is so huge it would send everything flying. Just a little bit of a wipe up before we carry on. Otherwise I shall end up being covered in blue tattoos. I would go and rest my arm in it, I can guarantee. This up again. Lots of little presses with that. Okay, so this time let's come in from this side. These acrylic blocks are so handy. You've got that nice flex in them, it really does help. There we go. I'm sorry, I'm just going to have to wipe my nose. There we go. We'll fill the rest in. Quite a lot of prep for these, but it is worth it. Let's turn you around. Just hovering that over the top. Calm down. I think that's going to be fine because it's going to be covered up some of that anyway. Okay, let's get tidied. That's just water in there. Clean. I'll give this one a proper bath later. You can kind of sense when they're, even though I wipe them over with the cloth and water every time, so you can see and feel when it looks like they're going to be needing a little bath. The stamps go dull, don't they? Okay. Put that under there. gluing.
Oh, oh.
And live hot gluing as well. Gosh, I'm really being brave today. Okay, so come back to these pieces. And so we're going to want to stick these. This can be done just with ordinary glue. All the way down to the fold line, the crease line. Come in, line this up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get just a bit of paper so I don't smudge the ink that's still wet. Just go over so that we finish everything nice and neatly. Just burnish that down. On the other side. This will be used quite a lot, so we want everything to be done properly, if you like. Stand like so. Okay. Let's wait for the hot glue to be fully hot. While I'm waiting for that to heat up properly, I'm going to put my double-sided tape onto the strips. This isn't very exciting to see, I know. Couldn't put them on beforehand because it would show with the stamping, get anything raised on it. Not so good. You wouldn't get a nice finished area. Trim off. Bottom should be fine. Again, I'm going to burnish this down. And then on that big piece. If they made red liner tape this thick, I probably would use that, but ordinary double-sided is fine. My little sticky scissors. Keep them specifically for sticky tape cutting. Wouldn't want to get my snips gummed up with glue or anything.
Tiny bit of Vaseline.
Yes, that is true.
Oh, Jax is so old. Isn't it, Mega?
This
Yeah.
was it, or did we get it somewhere?
No.
I've got it. It's from Brian's stash.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have much left.
I bought mine from the pawn shop in Manchester. That's how old it is.
Gosh, it was a pack of.
Yeah, 3.
Delve into my sticky drawer. Pack of 4.
Pack of 4.
There you go. You might find this on that bigger of a place again. Double-sided tape. 24mm by 8 meters each.
I've been here more
Brilliant.
than 10 years now, yeah? Is it how long have you been in working now?
7 years.
7 years.
7 years. Okay, so that's those done. The glue should be ready now. You usually wait for the little drip to show on the end. Okay, so this is where I'm going to put 2 on the back to hold it in place, which just makes it easier. You will find on the tins, quite likely, that there's a little area where they've stuck the labels on with, so we're going to use this to glue so it doesn't show. So they can go into the back. You just want to line them up as best as you can. And then I'm going to come in, leave that there, that's standing, so you've still got the use of both hands. Come in with the glue. Little line all the way down. Squish that in, hold it in place so it takes.
You could try, Jax could try BMs.
Yeah, B&M in town might have something similar. The range, of course. Even somewhere like B&Q. I haven't been up to B&Q for ages because Lyons Farm is such a nightmare. Okay, let's get this one stuck on. I think plugs in on the left, which is a bit annoying. That's why I'm having to go over here. Butt it up to the other one. There we go. Just give that a bit of pressure either side so we know that it's nice and stuck.
Oh, look how well Lucky Washington's are.
If they weren't beans, they might have been tomatoes.
Yeah. Big beans tins are nice inside though.
Okay. So that's that in there. And we can just put a little bit onto here. Just to make sure these are going to stick. Oh, excuse me.
Need to get something for your coat, my girl.
That sticks. I'm just going to have a little spot of water. So that's one side. You can do exactly the same this side. And we can put some pressure on again. Make sure they're in there nice and tight. Last one. And stop the trails of glue. Only thing with hot glue, isn't it?
Yes. I wish they bought out hot glue, but they didn't try it. Or else I'd be using it all the time constantly.
You could personalise these as well. Thinking about it, either on the top here or around the strip. You could put what you're going to use them for. Set. Slide that in again. A little bit more of the hot glue down on the bottom. Just rubbing that along. Give that a good purchase. Oh, good grief, I'm going to have to blow my nose again. I'm so sorry about this. Okay, there we go. If you wanted to, you could leave it like that, but I think it looks nice with the strip round it. Someone's getting their shopping delivered.
Yes, that's the Tesco.
Okay, so if I come up this way, around where I want it, doesn't matter, does it? Actually, I'm going to pop some wet glue on this as well, just to give that some added sticky strength. Now we can line this up with the grooves on the tin. Okay. Smooth that around. Stick it into the handle part there as well. second piece on. Could have been a noisy crow. Yeah, it was definitely so. It was, yeah, Tesco. Someone shopping. Other supermarkets are available. I hope I never lose those tweezers. I use them all the time. I've had them for I don't know how long. Okay. Lined up in the middle again. So I've just about got one groove, top and bottom on the tin. Gently move that round. Don't remember to do too much because obviously that ink is still wet at the moment. Do that again later, no problem. There we go. So nice and simple. Just think, wouldn't that look nice in a country kitchen somewhere? If I had a country kitchen. That's the dream, isn't it? There we go. As I said, you could, you know, personalise. You could put someone's name on there or what you're using it for. If you wanted to, you could put a little border around top and bottom. Make it yours. That's the whole point of upcycling, repurposing, altering things that otherwise might go into the rubbish. Okay, I'm just going to pop this on. As I say, it's 15 by 15. It's going to fit on there, and it will just make sure that we've got a nice neat bottom, and it won't scratch any surfaces. Come in with some wet glue on the bottom here. And we're going to get some more of the hot glue. Trails, they are so annoying. I did with the first one, I got this stuck on initially, and then I went round the edges with some more glue. This just finishes it off nicely. So where we've got that there, I'll just pop some more glue into here to seal that up nicely. There we go. Give that chance to dry off a bit and cool down a bit first. There we go. So that's our finished caddy. Let's bring the other one in as well. Completely different. They're both going to be useful for whatever we're going to decide to pop in them. Was there anything else I had to say? I don't think so. We have first week of June, there is a new swap coming up in the group, which I hope everyone will take part in. It will be dominoes, and it doesn't necessarily have to be an actual domino playing piece. It could just be a little piece of art that's 2 inch by 1 inch, and if that scares you, don't worry. I'm going to be putting some ideas together before we start the challenge, not the challenge, the swap off. You can build tiles up with them to put on a card. It's just using that 1 inch by 2 inch space as the building brick, literally. So keep an eye out for that. That's the first week of June. No Technique Tuesday in a fortnight because we won't be here. Ashamedly have never been to Stonehenge, and a little coach trip came up, so that was a chance to do that. So it will be in a month, but there'll be plenty of things going on before that, including the new launch. So yeah, please give this a try. You can adapt it to whatever you want to do. I have seen them with six tins, which look cool as well. So yeah, can't wait to see what you all come up with. You're all a very talented bunch of people. Thank you so much for your company this morning. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, just see you all in a month with whatever that might be. It might well be cereal boxes. So get saving your cereal boxes. Thank you, Julie. Okay, Jax, no problem. I'm going to say goodbye now. So take care, everyone. See you soon. And have fun with your tins. Bye.
Bye.